Hey guys, welcome to StudyIQ. My name is Prashant Dhawan and in this video we are going to do some map practice. This is part 3 of our series. Do watch part 1 and part 2 if you already haven't. A lot of knowledge is there waiting for you. And StudyIQ's pen drive and tablet courses are available for various exams like SSC, Bank, UPSC, CLAT, DSSB. We even have test series for various exams on StudyIQ.com. Do visit this website. You will find courses for pretty much every exam like CGL, CHSL, RBI Grade B and various other exams like you can even purchase UPSC optional courses that will help you in your UPSC optional examination. So visit StudyIQ.com. We have demo lectures available there as well, and you can call these numbers as well for more information. So this is our first question. Consider the following statements. The first statement is Baffin Bay is located between Canada and USA. Alright. The second statement is Beaufort Sea is located in the Atlantic Ocean and it is near Canada and Greenland. Well, in order to answer this question, we will have to look at the map. So let's go towards the map. Alright, so this is India. Let's go to Canada. So we have to cross the whole European continent, then the North Atlantic Ocean. Finally, we are near Canada. And you will see near Canada is the Baffin Bay. But interestingly enough, it is not between Canada and the United States of America. It is between Greenland and Canada. You can see this area here. This is called the Baffin Bay. And this island right here, this is called the Baffin Island. It is quite famous. So definitely the first statement is incorrect because Baffin Bay is between Canada and Greenland. Now let's talk about the second statement. The second statement claimed that the Beaufort Sea is between Greenland and Canada and it is a part of the Atlantic Ocean. Let's have a look. So this right here is the Atlantic Ocean and you will see this is North America, the entire continent. And right in front of you at the moment is the country of Canada. And the Beaufort Sea is located right here. Alright, where I'm moving my cursor, this is the Beaufort Sea. Interestingly enough, it is not located near Greenland, is it? It is located between Alaska and Canada. Alaska, of course, is part of USA, so we can say it is located between United States of America and Canada. Now, of course, its location is obviously different than what we were told in the second statement. Another interesting thing that you must notice is that the Beaufort Sea is a part of the Arctic Ocean. Alright. The Arctic Ocean is right here. This is the Arctic Ocean, and if we go down, this is the Pacific Ocean, right? So since the Beaufort Sea is right over here, it is part of the Arctic Ocean. It is definitely not a part of the Atlantic Ocean that is right here. Alright, so the second statement is incorrect as well. Alright, so the first statement was incorrect. The second statement, according to our research, is incorrect as well. So our answer is D. Both the statements are false. Before moving forward, let's get to know a little bit more about the Beaufort Sea. Beaufort Sea is very important because it contains significant resources of petroleum and natural gas under its shelf, such as the Amuligak field and of course a major gas field as well called Taglu gas field. There is a dispute between United States of America and Canada when it comes to Beaufort Sea. Both the countries believe that they own a larger part of the sea, and it is quite obvious since there are a lot of resources available here. Both the countries would want a larger share, but both the countries are peacefully negotiating with each other, and so far the exploitation of resources over here is being carried out without any hassles. When we talk about crude oil, Canada is the fourth largest producer and the third largest exporter of oil in the world. 97% of Canada's proven oil reserves are located in oil sands. Just remember this fact, might come in handy. And 99% of Canada's oil exports go to the United States of America. Since Justin Trudeau was on a visit to India recently, all this information about Canada becomes more important. Now there is a question for you as well. Is Canada a part of OPEC? The full form of OPEC is Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. Here is a very interesting question. This is our second question. which is the correct order of islands from north to south in the Nicobar Islands? As you know, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are part of India, and over here we need to make sure that we arrange all the islands from north to south. Let's have a look at the map first. Now you can see these are the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It's a union territory of India, and in the north you will see the Andaman Islands, in the south you will see the Nicobar Islands. Now if we just examine the Nicobar Islands, we will see the Car Nicobar is right at the top. Alright, so right at the top is the Car Nicobar. We will just put a C over here. Then we have Little Nicobar and then Greater Nicobar. So we can say after Car Nicobar comes Little Nicobar, and the southernmost island is the Greater or the Great Nicobar. Alright, so obviously our answer is A. Now just have a look at all the other things here as well, that the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they are very closely linked through these two islands, Little Andaman and Car Nicobar. And observe other things as well. They might ask a question on any fact, so be aware of everything. About the Nicobar Islands, they form part of the Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and UNESCO recently declared Great Nicobar Island, the island that we just talked about, as one of the World Network of Biosphere Reserves. Coming to question number 3, this is very interesting. You guys need to consider these statements. Afghanistan shares border with Uzbekistan but does not share border with Turkmenistan. This is the first statement. The second statement is Afghanistan's highest point is Mount Noshak, which is at this height. Alright, we need to have a look at the map in order to understand all the countries that border Afghanistan. Alright, so this right here, this is Afghanistan. Alright, clearly you can see it shares its borders with a lot of countries like Pakistan, Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, India as well, and China. For our purpose, we need to understand this, that Afghanistan shares its borders with Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. So the first statement was incorrect. Alright, so where exactly is Mount Noshak? Clearly you can see this is Afghanistan, and near its border with Pakistan, India and China, and of course Tajikistan, you will find Mount Noshak. So if we zoom in a bit, you can clearly have a view of it as well. So this is Mount Noshak. Alright, so our first statement is incorrect, but the second statement is correct. Mount Noshak, well, the spelling can be it can vary. At times you will also see Noshak ending with a Q. So just remember, it's basically the same thing. The second statement is absolutely correct. Afghanistan's highest point is Mount Noshak. So the answer is B, only 2 is true. So this is the fourth MCQ. We have two statements in front of us. The first statement is Rub al-Khali is a lake in the Arabian Peninsula. Both the statements are about the Arabian Peninsula. The second statement is the island nation of Bahrain lies off the west coast of Arabian Peninsula. Very interesting. Let's have a look at the map. Now where exactly is Rub al-Khali located? Have a look at this. This is the Arabian Peninsula. In the middle of the Arabian Peninsula, you will find this huge desert. This huge desert is called Rub al-Khali. It basically means empty quarter because it is a huge desert and it covers territories of 4 countries. I will tell you about them in a few minutes, but we can clearly see that Rub al-Khali is definitely not a lake. If anything, it is the opposite of a lake. So the first statement is incorrect. Now on to the second statement. Where is Bahrain? Clearly you can see this is the Arabian Peninsula. This is its western coast. This is the eastern coast. On its western coast you will see the Red Sea. On the eastern coast is the Persian Gulf. And in the Persian Gulf you will find this island nation of Bahrain. Alright, this right here, this is Bahrain. So the second statement is incorrect as well. Bahrain is not on the western coast of the Arabian Peninsula. So the first statement is incorrect. Rub al-Khali is not a lake. The second statement is incorrect as well about Bahrain's location. So our answer is D. Both are false. About Rub al Khali, it is the largest continuous sand desert. Alright, remember this word, continuous sand desert in the world, and it covers territories of 4 major countries: Saudi Arabia, Oman, UAE and Yemen. Right here you can see this is Rub al Khali between the Arabian Peninsula. The fifth question is, consider the following statements. The statement 1 is, Bismarck Sea is located near France and Germany. The second statement is, Bismarck Sea is in the Atlantic Ocean. Now obviously we will have to look at the map in order to understand this question and answer it. So is the Bismarck Sea located near these 2 countries, France and Germany? Well, the answer is no. It's actually located far away from them in the Pacific Ocean near Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Sea. So clearly you can see right next to Papua New Guinea you will see the Bismarck Sea. Bismarck of course was a very legendary leader of Germany, so one might easily get confused that perhaps Bismarck Sea is somewhere in Europe. They probably named it after him, but surprise surprise, it is actually in the middle of the Pacific Ocean near Papua New Guinea. Alright, so this is our answer, and both the statements are incorrect. So Bismarck Sea is not located near France and Germany, neither it is located in the Pacific, neither it is located in the Atlantic Ocean. It is part of the Pacific Ocean. So both these statements are incorrect. Our answer is D, both are false. Moving on to the next question, it is quite interesting. It is about the Kaladan transport project. I have made a video on the Kaladan transport project between India and Myanmar. You can just run a search for it, StudyIQ Kaladan project, and you will find it. I have explained what exactly is the Kaladan project and how it will be useful for the development of Indo-Myanmar relations and overall India's northeastern states as well. Now just have a look at this question. It's quite interesting. The Kaladan transport project by India and Myanmar consists of which of the following modes of transport? So our options are roads, railways, shippings, inland, water transport. Let's have a look at the map and understand what exactly is the Kaladan project and how it will be useful for India. So this right here is our country, India, and you will see right next to it is Myanmar. Myanmar does indeed share a huge border with India. Clearly you can see a lot of northeastern states of India share border with Myanmar. Now the problem for India has always been this area, the Siliguri corridor, also known as India's chicken's neck, because this area is very narrow, and if a huge military decides to attack this area and disconnect mainland India from its northeastern states, it will become a huge obstacle for India to actually connect with the northeastern states, and we might lose our northeastern states as well. Definitely, since we do not want that, and we also want to improve connectivity with Myanmar. Myanmar of course is a member of the ASEAN nations, and it is also very close to our northeastern states. In order to build connectivity with this entire region, we are working on the Kaladan project. Under the Kaladan project, India will build a port in Myanmar, the Sitwe port. You can see this area, this is Sitwe. India will finance a port here, and through Kolkata the cargo will travel all the way to the Sitwe port. After that, there is a river in Myanmar called the Kaladan river. The Kaladan river will be used, the river will be used as an inland waterway system, and after that through highways and roads, all the cargo will be sent to our northeastern states. So this is one way to actually connect our northeastern states with our rest of the country, and it actually reduces our dependency on this Siliguri corridor to connect with our northeastern states. Other than that, of course, once this project is completed and the Sitwe port is functioning, we will have better access to the ASEAN nations as well through Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. All these countries can be connected. So coming back to the question. So Kaladan project will definitely involve inland water transport since Kaladan river will be used. So automatically we can omit option number A. Alright, so we are left with only 3 options. Secondly, roads definitely will be used. So we can also omit option number 3. Only 2 are left now. The only question is, will we use railways in this as well? Well, no, for the time being, railways do not have any role in the Kaladan transport project. So this will be omitted. So our answer is B. 1, 3 and 4 only are correct. The second option is not correct. The next question is quite interesting. We are supposed to arrange all these Japanese islands from north to south. Now let's have a look at the map of Japan. Japan is of course an archipelago. It means it is a chain of islands, and these are the four main islands of Japan: Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku and Kyushu. Now it would be quite easy if this map was right next to the question, right? So let's get that done. So this right here is the map. Have a look at this. Hokkaido is right at the top. So obviously 1 will be right at the top. So we can omit option number 4. Then after Hokkaido we have Honshu. Alright, so after 1 it will be 4. Then after Honshu we have Shikoku. Shikoku is number 3, so this, and obviously Kyushu is right at the southern point. So our answer is obviously B, 1, 4, 3, 2. This is the sequence of the Japanese islands from north to south. The next question is, we have to consider these following statements and determine which one is true, which one is false. The first one is, Vietnam shares border with 4 countries: Laos, Cambodia, China and Myanmar. The second statement is, Laos is a landlocked country. Obviously we will have to look at the map in order to answer this. Alright, so this is the map of Vietnam. Vietnam is a member of the ASEAN nations. Since it is a part of Southeast Asia, it is definitely not a landlocked country since it has a huge coastline, but it is near a landlocked country, that is Laos. So Laos is definitely a landlocked country and it shares a huge border with Vietnam. So this is country number 1. The second country is Cambodia. 2 countries. The third country of course is the People's Republic of China right here. And you can clearly see Vietnam does not share any border with Myanmar. So the first option was incorrect. So Vietnam certainly does not share its borders with Myanmar. First option is incorrect. But as we saw in the map, Laos is a landlocked country. It does not have any access to the Indian Ocean or any of the other oceans in the world, as a matter of fact. So our answer is only 2 is true, B. Question number 9 is very interesting. The smallest country of the continent of Africa in terms of area is Seychelles, Sudan, Nigeria or Cairo. Very interesting. First of all, let's have a look at the map and see where is Seychelles, Sudan and Nigeria. So this is the Indian Ocean region. This is India, and near Madagascar you will see a small island nation called Seychelles. Alright, this is Seychelles. Seychelles is basically a group of small islands, and recently it was in the news a lot because of the Assumption Island that India leased from the country of Seychelles, and India will build its military infrastructure over there. So Seychelles is a part of Africa or not, that we have to determine. Let's discuss that a bit more. So look, Seychelles is a member of the African Union. It is part of the Southern African Development Community as well. So definitely Seychelles is part of Africa. It is not considered a part of Asia, and since it is a very tiny nation full of islands, it is definitely the smallest country of the continent of Africa. It is the smallest country in Africa. The final question is very interesting. You need to answer this. Consider the following statements. First, Africa is the only continent which is traversed by the equator, the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Alright. The second statement is Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in Africa. Let's analyze this part first. Equator, Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer. You can see this is the map of the world, and these are all the imaginary lines: Equator, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Now if you look that Asia does indeed manage to touch Equator and the Tropic of Cancer. You can see the Tropic of Cancer goes through India and China and parts of some other countries over here as well. Equator goes through countries like Indonesia and Philippines. Then Tropic of Capricorn. Of course, Asia completely misses the Tropic of Capricorn because there is no Asian country over here. Only Africa is the continent that manages to touch Tropic of Capricorn, Equator, and Tropic of Capricorn. Clearly, as you can see, here, here, and here. So the first statement is obviously correct. Now the second statement is correct as well. Mount Kilimanjaro is indeed the highest mountain in Africa. So we are ending this video on a good note. The answer is C. Both are true. So this is the end of our video. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. And I will bring part 4 for you if you guys request it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.